Yeah, Luke was over there like, they didn't show me enough campaign footage, and I'm
I
interested
wasn't
in
like
multiplayer.
that.
The more I think about it, I think I actually really agree with you, Brett.
What is it?
On what I hope you're about to
No,
say.
you tell me.
IP is king.
Yeah. Oh.
IP is king.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All the grenades. You got heat wave and camo probably.
No, I think I camo. I use camo. I use it.
Tyler, that's strong.
What?
It's good. I hadn't taken a test. I hadn't taken a test sip yet. Trailer roundup. And Luke's gonna play with more cars.
Vroom vroom. The shot of the like creepy old lady during the elevator bit got me very excited.
Dude, Mitchell's vs. the Machines is awesome, and I'm like, what even is this movie? How have I not heard about this?
I also want to give a shout out this week to my wife. Who got me this awesome A24 book.
Make it rated R and release it on Hulu.
The next announcement.
Do it, you cowards. Does Luke
not
want to burn the books? That's the real question.
I'm not anti-book, but it's really hard for me to read books.
Dude, part
You
one.
can't
you're
ask
like,
me to change my expectations moments before the movie begins.
We do it for every movie. We say,
yeah.
what if it sucks?
Yeah.
was so weird looking.
Or Madden physics.
Halo physics are the best, though.
That was bonkers looking.
Being able to
With
launch
people.
a warthog all the way across a map.
Oh, yeah.
Super fun.
That was good.
What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of the What the Fanboy Show.
Princess
Thanksgiving edition. Or no, post-Thanksgiving.
Post-Thanksgiving
It's going to
edition.
be our Thanksgiving episode.
Now, it's Christmas season already.
Okay.
Everywhere's got their
I like Christmas.
winter menus and
We put up our Christmas tree, and now Bryn, every single day so far, has been like, "Hey, Dad." "Yes, sweetheart." "Is it Christmas season?" "Yes, Bryn, it is Christmas season." "Okay, good." And then she just walks off. I'm like, okay.
I love that.
Just gotta make sure she confirms before she moves on with her day.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I'm not
she
going to
loves it.
lie. I've had my Christmas tree up for about a month.
Yes. Ours went up at the beginning.
Well,
you
I
guys
remember when
have
you
seen
said
it.
you put yours up.
Ours
Yeah.
went up at the
I
beginning of
hadn't
November.
owned one, and I bought one, and I wanted to make sure it worked, and so I just left it up.
See, that makes a lot of sense. Why risk damaging?
But it's an extra light in my super dark apartment,
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
which
bonus.
is nice.
Oh, it's not too light though. Like it's not too much light.
No, it's
I would
nice.
say if you needed to dim it a little bit, you could put a sheet over it.
No.
That's
Hide
way
it
more
under a
work.
bushel? No. No.
Say for Halloween season though, you could put then 2 eyes on it. It could be a
No, I'll
little
just switch
ghosty.
into party mode.
Does it strobe?
Yeah, it has like 8 settings.
Heck yes,
That's awesome.
I love it.
High quality stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, this commercial is so weird to me because it's White House High School, and I ran track against them and stuff.
They were your top rival,
No, they were a much bigger school than the high school I went to.
but you still hated them.
But we competed against them in track and baseball every now and again, and it's just so weird seeing it as an Adidas commercial, and it's like they're mimicking White House High School because of Mahomes. Like, this is odd.
Dude, but they moved away from their impossible is nothing, which is a great slogan. They need to bring that back. Currently, Nike is winning.
Dude,
Theirs is winning isn't for everyone.
Winning it, yeah.
It's fantastic. Sorry, marketing conversation. over
It's
here.
all
it's
good.
a good one though, honestly.
Dude, their commercials ever since the Olympics started have been fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
Better than-
almost convincing me to go and
better than
Did it hit his
Coca-Cola's
who's
holiday. Coca-Cola's holiday ad.
their AI ad?
Their AI ad.
It even says powered by AI in the corner.
that hit Twitter and everybody went, "Yeah, we hate you. We hate you for this."
I'm gonna
No
go
Merry
buy
Christmas to you.
more Dr. Pepper.
I'm technically drinking Coca-Cola.
Dude, McDonald's
I like the
Coke is
taste.
so good.
But
though.
it is McDonald's. They do something extra to it.
It's the original Coke.
Sprinkle a little in there.
Yum.
Oh yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was Thanksgiving.
Ask for extra.
My
I
favorite
had
holiday.
Way too many things to eat. All of them delicious, of course. Will I hit the gym before Christmas comes and wrecks me in the same way? No, I won't.
No, me
Double
neither.
down, baby.
It wasn't even
I
in
will.
consideration.
Way to be, Tyler. Way to be better.
I will. Also eating at a caloric deficit, and
Hey,
it is what it is.
this guy's best. He'd be best.
Not best. Not at all. Surviving as best I can.
Both of our football teams won this weekend. The Chiefs squeaked through, and
We'll call it a win.
the Commanders commanded.
They did. It was a wild event. It was 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, and I was like, I don't know that this has ever happened. So some fun facts for you guys.
Ooh.
That is the first home win in December since 2017.
What?
Oh,
It
you
is the
guys were
first
bad.
December win since
Really?
2022.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I mean, if you
Who have
guys...
they been playing in December? The Bills and the Packers?
The NFC
No,
East.
the NFC East.
No.
Yeah, no, it's, I talk to people a lot, and they're always like, my team's bad, it's been bad. I'm like, dude, I get it. Like, there's other bad teams in the league.
You were born and your team became bad.
Yeah.
They won the Super Bowl 5 months before I was born.
Oh.
They have sucked ever since. Like, I get it that there are other teams that are not good. I don't think many people have endured what Washington fans have endured. This is a very welcome change. Also, I saw a thing that said the Ravens added Derrick Henry and Deontay Johnson and are 8-5, but the Commanders are 8-5 in the first year of like a rebuild, and we're the frauds. And I thought that was really funny, mostly because I like to throw stones across the Beltway, because that's kind of an in-state rivalry that everybody jokes about, even though it's not really a rivalry. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird that the Commanders are being called frauds and stuff. Like, we've been bad for so long that 8-5 is a very nice change for me. I've watched more wins than losses for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Any Hoosers, this is not a sports podcast tonight.
Oh.
It could be.
What is Jameis doing?
You can be a fan of anything.
You can
That's
be a
true.
fan of anything.
I'm a fan of these white helmets the Broncos wear. They're pretty sweet looking.
Ooh.
Their snow cap helmets.
I like them a lot. And with the all navy, it looks pretty good too.
I can't say that I like them on a
Well, yeah,
recorded
not
podcast.
on
I think they're
not on the
garbage.
record.
I think they're garbage.
Not while other people may be listening.
Just vomit everywhere.
Is that a horse?
Just projectile everywhere.
Off air though.
Who knows? Who knows what might come out of his mouth?
No. A lot. Of
We don't.
things.
We
do
won't.
know.
We won't know.
Probably
We'll never know.
most. Every
I'll
opinion.
know.
I feel
Tyler
like
will know.
At
the
some
world
point,
will
I've
not.
had every opinion.
Yeah.
I'm a flip flopper.
Every right and wrong opinion.
Yeah.
Luke's had it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
Fun fact. Okay, before we jump into our main review tonight, which Tyler will be delivering,
Look at him go.
Luke, any new trailers this week?
I've got two.
All right.
Well, yeah, I've got two. There was a launch trailer for Indiana Jones that launches in a week.
Yeah, this is the Bethesda video game.
Doesn't
Machine Games.
Machine game.
does
yeah.
early
Published by-
access start Friday?
I don't know.
Because I know they have like an early access thing, like they did with Starfield. But I
If
don't.
you, like, buy it.
Yeah, if you buy like the extra, I think it's like an extra $20 or whatever, you get early access, and I believe it starts on Friday. But yeah, it launches next Tuesday, I think, right?
Yeah, the 9th.
Yeah.
I've had it pre-installed for a while. It's just been sitting there on my dashboard.
How
on,
rude.
on a scale of like 1 to 10, how excited for this are you?
10.
Dang. Oh.
I don't know. Probably like an 8. Just
I was
because
gonna
it's
say,
just
it's like an indie movie, so it's
it's Indiana Jones, which I love,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just gonna be a story-based single-player game, which are my favorite.
yeah.
So I'm really excited to play like a 20-hour game or less,
Yeah.
and just enjoy a good story and have fun. And then hopefully at the end I want to play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Not a lot of those have come out this year.
the lens in which I think this game will be viewed is an interesting one, because I think you'll think of this as like, this is an Indiana Jones movie that you get to play. Just based on kind of what previews have said and like what people have said talking about it, it just sounds like you're playing a movie, which I think is kind of neat. I hope to check it out. I'm kind of playing a little bit too much right now as it stands, so I don't know that I will. And I just canceled Game Pass, so it may be one I get to later. We'll see. But I'll talk about something related to Indiana Jones later that I think is pretty hilarious, actually. Don't let me forget.
All
Did you
right.
binge Uncharted?
No. It's... No.
Darn.
So, as someone who has also seen this trailer, I'm not gonna hop in and purchase this game right away because Lord knows I don't have time. Thumbs up on the trailer. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks
The
like,
music is so good. I mean, it's Indiana
Looks
Jones
fun.
music, but
Yeah.
yeah,
but yeah.
but they didn't screw it up.
They didn't screw
They
it up.
didn't
that's
screw it
right.
up. So good job.
Safe is good.
The other trailer I have, and this is why I was like, trailer? Sony released the first 8 minutes of Craven,
Oh yeah. So less of a trailer, but a sneak
a
peek.
sneak peek, and I watched it.
And
Listen, I didn't think it was that badly made, but I still think it's pretty stupid.
Classic.
Just like, I don't know anything about Craven. I know he's a Spider-Man villain. That's it. I haven't even played Spider-Man 2, which came out last year.
mm-hmm.
Still haven't gotten to that. I know he's in it. I'm trying to think of a single fact besides he's a Spider-Man villain. Does he have powers?
Not really.
Because he's like climbing walls.
It sure
and
kind of
jumping
looks like he has powers in
buildings, and he's like ripping
this
open.
film.
I think he
Iron
has like
cages in this.
enhanced strength and stuff, yeah. But
Okay.
I don't think it's like, I don't know. They're not as. He's not like a super soldier, I don't think. He's got the eye of the tiger in this. I've not watched this. I didn't even know
can't
this
wait
happened.
for that needle drop.
Oh, you know it's coming.
Oh, obviously. Any song about an animal.
I honestly,
pop
I
up.
would be more shocked if they don't do it.
Maybe it'll be during the credits. No,
Or the
probably just-
opening.
we'll
Well,
just
you just
reuse
saw
the
the opening.
Venom
never mind.
song.
I love like the director being like, guys, just because the other ones were bad doesn't mean this one will be. It's like, well.
Yeah. It's like,
we've
I
done.
don't believe you.
We've done 5 of these now.
guys, this one's R-rated.
We've done.
Get 2 F words in this sneak peek. Maybe more.
Oh,
It was
really?
It was Russian, so I couldn't really tell.
Couldn't
Wow.
unknown.
Yeah, and he kills somebody in a prison. And yeah, there's blood.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. That changed everything, guys. You said the F word, and now I'm instantly more interested.
Is this a
No.
Zack Snyder film?
No,
Whoa.
there was 0 slow motion.
Oh, okay. Well, that's maybe not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Maybe we're getting the best of both worlds. No, we won't be.
What is the best of both worlds in that regard?
I don't know. I don't know. Look, it came out of my mouth. I instantly
No
regretted
slow
it.
mo, but the writing is still horrible.
If we can get Man of Steel Zack Snyder.
Like with Nolan supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
But yeah, Craven didn't sway me in the slightest of what I think this movie's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna see it though. I'm locked into this Sony Spider-Verse with how bad it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this for sure.
It's at a point now where it's kind of fun.
It's more of a joke, at least to us.
I didn't hate my life after Venom.
I've still not watched Venom 3. I'll see it eventually.
I didn't hate my life after Madam Web. Actually, probably had a pretty big smile after that one.
We
Awful
laughed quite a bit
movie.
during that movie.
I'll
Funniest
talk about a
of
movie
2023.
later on in the show. At the end when we get into my things, I'll talk about a movie that's so bad it's good, but not in the typical way.
Awesome.
So,
Were there any new trailers before Moana?
Not that I recall.
Are they ever gonna release anything else for Lord of the Rings?
no,
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. We're a week out.
Yeah.
Every single
They
trailer and
would've.
TV spot is
the
just
same.
here's a
It's the
live
same.
action shot from Peter Jackson movies.
Yep.
Here's animated.
Yep.
Live action, animated. They're leaning into that so much. I'm just losing faith in that.
Dana loves Lord of the Rings. We watched that trailer before Wicked, and she was like, I was like, you gonna see that? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, my bad. So it didn't do anything for her.
I'm still like a little optimistic. Like,
Well, I mean, I hope it's good. I don't know if I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just not sure if they know how to market it. So I'm hoping that it's just a really kick-ass anime that they just don't know how to market to Lord of the Rings people. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Why am I knocking on wood? Oh, that doesn't do anything. Okay.
I thought you knocked on that marble table.
Oh, the only trailer.
The marble.
We're dead.
You talked about this trailer last week, but it was in front of Moana. Elio?
Oh yeah, I talked about that.
Oh,
last week,
yeah.
I hadn't seen it last week.
Yeah, but you.
I think this looks awesome.
Yeah,
This looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I also like when you had mentioned like, yeah, he says he's the leader of Earth. I did not expect it to be in the fashion that it was in the trailer, where he's like, yeah. So it's like he's just gonna continue to fail and fall into things, and I don't know. It looks like a really fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that. But sorry,
No.
that was the one I could remember. I was trying to like go through my head like which trailers did I see. It is funny listening to people see the How to Train Your Dragon live action trailer though.
Oh yeah.
And like listening to people try to figure it out. They're
Yeah.
like, "What is this?" And then like they show Toothless, and everybody's like, "Is this How to Train Your Dragon?" It's like, yeah, guys, yes, it is actually. And Bryn is like, "Daddy, we have that at home, but I never want to watch it, even though you try to get me to watch it." I'm like, "Thanks, Bryn. Appreciate that."
She's very self-aware.
Dude, she is, man. It's weird. I've tried to get her to watch that movie like 20 times, but
is she self-aware, or does she not know how to keep their inner thoughts outside of
just come out.
Like that's what she's thinking, and she just has to say it.
Yeah, it could be that. But yeah, she is not very. Oh my gosh, Jameis, you missed that by a mile. Yeah, she's not very interested in watching that movie yet. She thinks dragons are scary, so we'll get there.
Well,
Pretty good rule of thumb.
just throw her on Reign of Fire first.
Bro.
Probably a good start.
Best introduction to dragons.
Most underrated dragon movie ever. That movie's so damn good.
I remember when
We've talked
That's the
about
McConaughey one, right?
Yeah.
and
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I think I need to watch that soon.
Bald Matthew McConaughey with a battle axe fighting dragons in a jeep in the future.
Movie night, boys. Movie
Yes!
night.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
100%.
Sounds like
I'm
a great
all
time.
in.
Yeah, I guess we can jump into Moana too.
Yeah, Tyler,
so
tell
yeah,
us all about it.
For context, I took my 3-year-old to see Moana 2. She saw a trailer for this a few months back and has reminded me every single day that it would be in theaters soon, and it is now in theaters. And so we went out and saw it. I was a big fan of Moana 1, although I was like 4 years late to it. I had heard so many good things, and usually when you get to a movie late and you've heard nothing but good things, it tends to not live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Moana 1 lived up to the hype. That movie's incredible. So going into Moana 2, my expectations were definitely not as high as they were for Moana 1, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Especially with like its production.
Yeah, and I was going to bring that up, and I'll bring that up as I kind of go through it. But just from an impression standpoint, I'd say it's fine. It's somewhere between fine and good is where I would put it.
Okay.
It's not quite.
Food?
Sure, yeah, food. We'll say it's
fine
food.
and
Yep,
good.
in
Food?
between fine and good. We'll call it food. There's some really good stuff in here. There's some moments where, based on its production, you recognize that this was something different that they'd recut.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing this movie is missing is Lin-Manuel Miranda. It loses a lot of steam in its music. You can tell it's different. It feels different when you hear it. But I'll also say there are a few songs in here that are really good, and I would not be surprised if they are recognized later this year. Specifically, Beyond, I think, is a really good song.
Nice.
And I really like it. I listened to it several times today just to see if I still liked it, because within the movie it works really well. But yeah, I would say it's fine to good. Some pros. Aulili Cravalho. I don't know how to say her name, but I'm trying. She returns as Moana. She's fantastic again. I almost feel like she's a better singer now, which was really cool. I think the additions, and I don't have their names, forgive me, but what they do in this movie that I think is really neat is Moana has like a crew, and it's not like just Hey Hey and Maui. Like she's encouraged to have like a team of people that are with her, and I think they add a decent bit to kind of what she's doing. She has like a shipbuilder who's on the ship with her, helping her like prototype things on the go, which is not always great.
Yeah.
um, she's got this dude who's like obsessed with Moana and Maui and like their legend, and he's like a storyteller. So he's the guy who's like painting the things that they hang on the side of their huts and stuff. He played I can't say his name. Hualalai Chung. He plays Mani. But he has like this really like hidden collection of drawings that are just of him and Maui and how he's met Maui and they've become best friends, and it's this really funny kind of thing that happens throughout the movie that I really enjoyed. Loto and Matangi are really good. Matangi is one of the characters that I think is kind of chopped up because of what this was.
Yeah.
She's kind of she's introduced as a villain, but then she's good, I think. But also could be Maui's lover. Spoilers, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird. Like she's like 4 different things in this movie.
Interesting.
She has a really good song though, about getting lost to find your way, which I
Yeah.
thought was really cool. But no, it's definitely got some moments where it'll hit you in the feels. I think the addition of her sister to the movie, albeit not huge, but the role is important for Moana's kind of. It allows the film to have some stakes, because for Moana, a lot of this adventure is about getting back to her sister so she can be raised with a sister who can teach her the way.
Yeah.
Right. And like
Yeah.
their people are trying to become wayfinders again and unite the people of the ocean, and like there's this really cool story here, but some of that production stuff really does hurt it. The music stuff does hurt it, but like all the performances are good. The humor's pretty good. I cried twice, and I did not cry in the first one, but there are a few moments, specifically
Tough as nails.
sibling moments, man, they get me, and especially now too, like, because it's a big sister and a little sister, and like that's my kids, and so like watching that kind of take place is like, oh man, I do not look forward to, even though they'll be close in age, like Bryn going off to college, and like what does that do for Adley, and what does that look like, and like those moments, and I start thinking about those as I'm watching the movie. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cry now. But it's really pretty. The story is interesting, but chopped up because of its production.
Pacing even feels.
Pacing feels okay.
Okay.
It doesn't like the pacing isn't. It's more so like just Matangi. Like you're introduced to Matangi because she has Maui trapped, and you're like, okay, interesting. And then like she's tied up with Moana, and then Maui's not there, and. And then they sing a song, and then she helps Moana, and you're like, what is happening? And then after, and again, spoilers, after she helps Moana, nothing. Like, you don't hear, they say like one throwaway line about her, and that's it. Nothing. Doesn't show back up, you don't hear about her ever again. And Season 2, yeah, exactly. Like they've set up their Season 2 villain or whatever. It's I don't know, it's just weird, and some of that hurts. But all in all, it's fine to good. Bryn loved it. We talked a lot about it. I do think it takes. I view where Moana ends up at this movie as interesting. I think it's a natural progression of where you think this story could go. Mm-hmm. But I guess I just didn't expect him to do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like. As Moana 1 is about figuring out who she is.
Yep.
Moana 2 is like, okay, now where's she gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
And like where they take her, I actually think is pretty interesting. And
All right.
I don't know if they'll do a Moana 3. I mean, they definitely leave it in a place where they can.
They made enough money.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
sure
say
it's
they've made
coming.
enough money now, but with the live action and like all that stuff, I don't know
Yeah,
kind of
that's
what
true.
the plan for it will be. Yeah, gross. But if they make a Moana 3, I'd watch it. Obviously,
Your daughter will make you watch
yeah,
it.
my kid will make me watch it.
You like that.
As long as you
Moana 3
continue
comes
to
out in 44 days.
put effort into it and keep getting these characters into stories that like are worth telling. Like I don't feel like this is one that's not worth telling.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is where I'm going with this. And if they have another one that's worth telling, then do it. My only ask would be, please, if you're not going to bring back Lin-Manuel Miranda, bring back somebody who can maybe kind of get closer to what that was.
Yeah.
He was busy working on Mufasa.
That's
It's a lose-lose.
it really is, yeah.
I like Baroque's comment in the chat talking about The Crew. So this is a heist movie?
Kind of.
The first one was a heist movie as
Yeah.
well.
Kind of. It's. I mean, it starts there.
Yeah.
It starts there, and then it becomes a break the curse movie.
Wait. Also kind of like the first
Kind of
one.
like the first one, yeah. No, it has a lot of the same DNA for sure. But the curse is very different, and
Okay.
what breaking that curse means is very different.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I just found it pretty interesting.
Nice.
But as most sequels struggle to do, when the first movie is a certified banger, the second movie is going to have a hard time meeting that standard.
Yeah.
But I think if you liked Moana 1, you'll like Moana 2. Maybe not like it, but it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
I'd consider this a strong Matthew McConaughey is where I would land it. I'll watch it again when it hits Disney Plus, just so I can watch it with the family and hear the songs within context.
Yeah.
And, I liked it.
Nice.
No, not gonna say too much bad about it.
Okay. Wait, did you give it a recommendation?
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Sorry, for whatever reason.
On
I
the
just-
stronger side of it. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, like I said, it's in between fine and good.
Okay.
I think sometimes when I talk about it, I'll say it's good. Other times I talk about it, I'll say it's fine. I can't help but think just its production is honestly what holds it back. I think had they just gone into this as, hey, this is a movie, it probably would have been really good. I really think they would have been able to capture that magic again. But because of kind of it was like a piecemeal thing. I do wonder how much of this they had to make post-decision to make it a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they had enough already done. I've also seen people complain about the way this looks. I think this movie's gorgeous. I don't think it looks bad at all. So that was interesting to see online. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I mean, the animation looks as good as it ever has. It's, I don't think it's like this huge leap forward, but it's certainly not a leap back. Like,
Yeah.
that is one place where, they say it was a TV show. I don't think they were skimping on that, or they just cleaned it up post decision, but
Yeah.
it looks great.
Nice.
So
That's
another pro.
yeah. Very cool.
It's a very pretty movie. So
Nice.
yeah, if you like Moana, get out and see it. I mean, it seems like most people have. My theater was packed.
It was a busy Thanksgiving weekend for
Kids were
Moana
having a
2,
blast.
so.
It was awesome.
Luke and I were even talking about trying to figure out what's coming out next week, and it's like everyone's giving Moana 2 weeks. Like there's like 2 new movies coming out, and they're both like one is the Y2K movie. Like obviously not
Huge counter programming.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that though.
So I just think people saw Moana 2 and they're like, we're gonna get out of the way of you.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Indeed. Sweet.
It's a moneymaker.
Indeed.
Now we wait for the live action.
Ugh. Baroque says Gladiator 2 showings are still packed this week.
Yeah, I really need to get out. and see
Wicked was
that.
super packed.
It was
Did you go
overall
Sunday?
Sunday night.
huge weekend for movies.
Yeah, I guess the last thing I did have the Moana box office up.
Well, we don't have any. I mean, we're just
1
moving to
million
news. So like,
Yeah, so to end the Moana 2 review, I suppose, it had 220 million at its 5-day box office.
I mean, that's not that much.
So I think Disney's decision to make this a movie and put it in theaters was the right one.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Do you think that'll help them learn that maybe movies are better than constant Disney Plus fodder?
I would hope so, but probably not.
Would they have made that much on Disney Plus?
Absolutely not. They would have lost subscribers. Oh, also, sorry, review not over. Another reason they needed Lin-Manuel Miranda, The Rock's song is not good in this.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
What's his song?
I don't even, it's so forgettable, I can't even remember the name of it.
Yeah, it was let's see, a really good weekend. Moana 2. This is domestic. 130, basically 140 million.
It's called Can I Get a Chee-Hoo?
Wicked.
Okay.
81 million, only a 28% drop.
That's crazy.
That's phenomenal.
How much was it? What'd you-
81 million for this weekend. That's weekend 2.
The movies are back!
And Gladiator 2, 31 million, which is only a 44% drop. Also not bad.
Movies are back!
So,
Love to hear it.
sweet.
Love to hear it.
Sweet.
How was your audience?
For Moana?
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, there's a lot of kids.
Oh yeah.
But it was good. I mean, we had some kids behind us that were clearly just super fired up to see it, and it was really fun to listen to them kind of like react to things. They weren't bad at all. At one point, one of them was like standing next to me because he was tired of sitting behind the chair, so he just like stood out in the aisle for a second. He was just standing there. I looked over, was like, oh, I didn't realize there was a child there, because I was sitting leaning this way because we were on the end, and like he kind of walked a little forward, and he got into my peripheral vision. I was like, oh, there's a person right next to me. But no, they weren't bad at all. It was good.
That might be loud on the mic.
I definitely think, I mean, we saw it at 10 a.m., so I knew like going in it was going to be kid heavy. I think if you're older and you don't want a bunch of kids in there, late showing is probably the move.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, sweet. Not too much news happening this weekend other than big box office, obviously. Luke, I know you had a couple news stories over there. Are we reading the chat? Sorry, I slid away from it for a second. Let's see.
Glad all the kids were in the Moana instead of the Ghibli movies.
Oh, there was like a Ghibli.
Most of the Ghibli movies,
thing.
though, I don't think kids.
They're long, aren't they?
I don't
Like
think they like them.
they're like full feature films though. Like
Yeah.
they're 2 hours, 2+.
I don't feel like American kids get Ghibli movies quite as well as
They're dumb.
Ghibli.
The
Ghibli,
kids are dumb. Not the
Ghibli movies. I think like the ideal American kid age for a Ghibli movie is like 13. It's like you're old enough to get it and appreciate it, and like still quirky enough to like find it. Ghibli movies are quirky.
They all have some weird creature.
Yeah, and I think as adults, there's a certain percentage of us that really appreciate that, and then there's a large percentage that don't care. But as a kid, I think like that audience is bigger because you still have a little bit of that just quirkiness inherently in you.
Yeah.
Life sucks it out of you as you get older.
No, that's the work-life balance does that.
Yeah. All right. News. What do we got?
We got a casting announcement for the Voltron movie. Like a full cast.
Yeah, it looks
Full cast. I
looks
didn't
pretty
see this.
different than what I would have expected it to be.
It does, and I'm curious who some of these kids are gonna play. I don't really know any of them. Henry Cavill was already announced.
Yep.
But Sterling K. Brown
Yep.
is also joining it. So that's really cool.
That's very cool.
Obviously, I love Voltron, but I'm nervous for this mainly because of who's making it. It's the guy who did Red Notice, but he's also made movies I've liked. I was looking at it.
See that you
earlier.
did Skyscraper?
He did Skyscraper, which I like, but I also acknowledge that movie's pretty dumb, but it's super fun. He did Dodgeball.
Oh,
he did
wow.
We're the Millers.
Okay.
So those are fun, good movies.
He did Central Intelligence.
I didn't like that one.
I had a lot of fun.
I liked that one.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that movie.
I'm nervous for this movie, man. I just need it
I'm curious.
to be okay.
Having not watched it, like, are they adults?
No.
I was gonna say, aren't they younger?
So I'm pretty sure they never really say, but it's kind of implied. Plus, like, you've seen a little bit of first of the newer series, the
Right.
first episode. There's Shiro. Like, he's in the Galaxy Garrison. He's a commander or whatever. He's flying out to space already. He's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
The rest are kids.
Right.
I could probably guess who's gonna play who. Like, there's a more bigger.
Who's Cavill playing?
Well, the problem is, are they going with original cast names? Because, like,
Or are
there's
they
no
coming up
Shiro
with
in the
their,
original. They're going with the new ones where they replaced Sven with Shiro. He could always be playing Zarkon or Sindak, who are Galra. So it'd be motion capture or makeup, or it'd be a villainous role. I actually think Sterling K. Brown's playing Zarkon.
The villain.
But
Better question.
I do wish they would have just been like, here's who everybody's playing.
Does Henry Cavill leave due to creative differences?
I don't
Because
think
it's
so.
another pop culture project that he's going to be like, man, F this, I'm out. You're not doing what I want you to do.
I'm not sure he has as much dying hair for this
Probably not. He probably
as
just
he
got paid.
does for, like, Witcher and 40K
And Superman.
Space Marine. But at the very least, I need an awesome robot fight, and I can give it a straight to streaming and be happy.
I would bet you'll get that at least.
I hope so. I do love the Transformers movies, and those aren't very good. So
Maybe if you go into it with that kind of expectation,
yeah,
I think you'll be fine. It's going to be hard because you
Michael
love
Bay
Voltron
is a better
so much.
director than this guy.
Maybe they'll fire this guy and hire Michael Bay.
I actually wouldn't hate that.
Probably a good move for the studio. Who's making it? What studio?
Amazon MGM.
They got the money.
Be interesting.
Just don't be the worst movie of the year. That's what I want.
That's a 2026 release, right?
I don't know. I already closed the page. I'm assuming it's a way out.
Nice, man.
I feel like I haven't even started filming yet, so.
They're definitely getting close if they're throwing casts out and stuff, though. They're getting ready to hit that thing full go.
Yep, for sure.
What else you got?
The other story I have is we have a change for Stranger Things coming. They upgraded its rating to TVMA.
Oh, boy.
What?
Yep.
All right.
It's about to go down
We're about to kill everybody.
in season 5.
My mom is about to hate this show.
I honestly think
It's gonna go from her darling show to
I
the worst
honestly
thing.
think they just want to say the F word.
Oh, probably.
Well, the kids are
It's
30
already-
now, so
It's already violent.
yeah,
It's been very violent.
it's a good point.
The only reason it's not MA is because there's no sex
Mm.
and there's no F words. Well, there's been one. Billy says it in season
Yeah,
3?
3. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
interesting.
I think we might get a little more,
a little more
really just
F-bombs.
more language.
Well, time will tell.
Maybe like 11's going to be
I
chopped in
don't-
half or something.
I don't hate that change.
I don't either.
I mean, I think this is where it's always been trending. So, good on them to do what they felt they needed to do creatively. I mean, if that's what it required, then I don't hate it. I guess a couple stories, things. You guys remember the other week when I watched Civil War?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this cinematographer, Rob Hardy, super good, man. He doesn't do a whole lot, but gosh, what he's done is beautiful. Well, he just got a new job. He's going to be the cinematographer
Chick-fil-A.
on... Yes, he's on their streaming service, Chick-fil-A Play, which their first show is out now, apparently.
Is it good?
I don't know.
You can review it for us.
If it's free, I'll watch it with Bryn. He's going to be the cinematographer on Supergirl, which is awesome. I'm very excited about that. That was a really cool announcement that I was like, oh, what the heck? We were just talking about this guy.
Yeah, that
And how he's
that
like, is he the
team-
most underrated cinematographer in the business right now?
That team is like making this movie more and more.
Oh, man, they got a good group. Well, and I think, like, I somebody sent me the Creature Commandos, the embargo lifted, and somebody sent me a couple of reviews.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, man, these are really good reviews. And I was like, the James Gunn effect.
Yeah.
But, like, you look at the team he's put together on everything that's either started production, been made, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams are really strong. Like, he gets really good crew put together to make things. And so Supergirl looks like it's going to follow in those footsteps in terms of having a strong team behind it. I guess quick review roundup. Creature Commandos apparently is good. I know comicbook.com gave it a 5-star out of 5. IGN gave it an 8
out of 10. Oh.
8 out of 10. The Word is positive. And then there was another one I saw. Oh, Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Reviews are starting to come out
Pretty
as well.
positive buzz about that.
Very positive buzz. Also, apparently, a very different movie than I think what a lot of us thought it was going to be, which is not surprising with
No.
Eggers. The
It's actually
runtime.
a cooking movie.
Apparently, it's a movie about body autonomy.
Oh.
Also, north of 3 hours long. So, get ready. It's going to be a long one.
And
I'll
its box
be
office is dead.
Yeah.
Using the
100%.
bathroom.
Yep. 100% box office is dead on that one. But good reviews for both of those coming out. The Rob Hardy announcement's awesome. I really look forward to that.
Cool. I don't have any news.
Oh, there was definitely more.
Not on the first 2 pages of the Hollywood Reporter, which is where I get most of my bites from.
I get all my news stories on Tuesday of the
The day after we record.
yeah, and then I open this.
All the hot news that drops when
And
we
it's like-
right after we
Yeah.
send it out.
It's like, oh, what are all these news stories I have? I have to remind myself what they are. Bless you.
Thanks. The other one, was the last one, I guess, for me. The Witcher 4 has officially entered full-scale production. We did the news story when it went into pre-production. Evidently, it's now full-scale. It's rocking and rolling.
Surprised they didn't wait to just announce it with the in-production trailer at the Game Awards.
I think they learned their lesson from Cyberpunk, announcing that game 11 years before they released it. So I think they were probably willing to not show anything for a while. But
So they announced that and they released The Witcher 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they announced that game forever ago. 'Cause I guess apparently they were trying to get it off the ground forever and couldn't. Then finally did.
I saw somebody was like complaining about how they announce games too early. And somebody like responded and they're like, actually, we need to do this sometimes so we can get money.
Yeah. To get, like, you have to get some fan engagement going so the publishers will be like, yeah, we'll do it.
Here's $100 million more.
Right.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, it'll be, I don't know, be interesting to see what The Witcher 4 is.
I've never played a Witcher game.
Your brother played one, didn't he? Didn't he play Witcher 3?
Mm-hmm.
Did he like it?
I think so.
It's a good, I mean, it's a good game. I never beat it. It's huge. I mean, there's a massive game.
Yeah.
I think Cyberpunk was like a third of the size of The Witcher 3.
Didn't they say this one's going to be even bigger?
Probably.
Or were they talking about bigger than Cyberpunk?
I'm sure it's going to be bigger than Cyberpunk. But
Cyberpunk
if they make
was
it,
weird though because it's one city.
it is.
Yeah.
It's also a game that, like, yes, the main story is short, but the mileage may vary because if you don't just rush through the story, that game can last you forever.
Yeah.
There's so much in it.
Dude, that game was so good. That game was good at launch. Suck it.
Luke's got
Suck
takes.
at people who had an Xbox 360.
Luke's
and tried
got
to play
takes
it.
for days.
Yeah, it did run fine on the Series X. I
Dude,
think.
I literally never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
People trying to run it on
I thought it felt a
a
little.
library computer. It's like, it's not going to work.
I think once they fixed the whole like aim assist thing, because remember it launched with like 0 aim assist, and it just kind of felt off when you were playing it. I think once they fixed all that, it felt a lot better. And now when you play it, it feels
I haven't
awesome.
even played it
Really
since
good.
Phantom Liberty came out.
Dude, it is awesome. They changed everything. Like the menus are different, the skill trees are different.
I need to play that.
It was on sale, and maybe still is for
Yeah.
like $23 or something like that. Like it was pretty discounted because I think it's a $50 expansion. And it was marked down
It's
significantly.
like a whole new game.
Yeah, it's marked down quite a bit right now on the game stores. So
I just want to make sure I have enough like dedicated time to play 100 more hours on that game. Because even like I've seen people be like, "Yeah, you should start a new character if you play Phantom Liberty." It's like, oh, okay.
yeah, because the story it fits within like the middle of the story.
Yeah. Well, it's like I beat the main story and where my character ends up. It does the thing I hate in video games, where it's like, we've put you back in the game before, blah 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 blah. Like, I'm
Oh,
never
like
gonna-
what Breath of the Wild did and stuff.
and like Horizon does that.
Yeah.
and,
Mm-hmm.
even Death Stranding did that. It's just like, man, like I don't want to do that. I think it's lame. Just let me explore the world post I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Bad guys don't have to lose control when the droid ship gets shot down every time.
Fair enough. All right. It is officially Christmas season. So I have a fan box question for you two.
Okay.
Worst Christmas movies.
Oh, that could be one. What is the oldest Christmas movie that's in your annual rewatch list? And what is the newest Christmas movie that's in your annual rewatch
newest.
list?
I know newest.
Oh, I know oldest. Easy. Ours is probably the same, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
I think newest for me is Klaus.
Hey, that's my newest one too.
Yeah, like that's one that every Christmas season is on.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that movie is incredible.
What
I
year
was
was
late to
that?
the party on that.
2019?
I was 2. I think I was a year late on that one.
I was last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it's super good.
I told my parents to watch that, and then they watched it like 2 days ago, I think.
It's good, man.
It's really good. I wasn't
Um,
expecting to care about that mean old mailman.
Oh, that, you know what? That would be mine too. I thought the Grinch, the new Grinch movie, came out after that, but it was a year before. So
Shout out Klaus.
shout out Klaus.
The new Grinch movie has already been on repeat in my house.
Yeah, we've watched it once already this year.
Yeah, I think I watched it last night. I watched it with Bryn. I've watched it several times prior, and we listened to it every day in the car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Luke, I assume should we say it at the same time? Oldest is It's a Wonderful Life, 1946.
We should also clarify, it's not just the oldest, it's the best
Mm,
Christmas movie.
It's a
And
good
I know,
one.
like,
100%.
people will argue there are other 3.
But it's
I'm
not.
sorry, you're wrong. Like, it's a
I'm with
Wonderful
Luke
Life.
here. You are just wrong.
There's no better Christmas movie than that.
You get to have second place. Congratulations. You can
It's-
argue over second, but you can't argue over first.
That's one I'll watch when it's on, but I don't just turn it on every year, so I can't list it as. But it's on TV
Yeah.
all the time, so I don't know. I guess I would say the same. I don't know.
I'll have family Christmas with my mom's side of the family on Christmas Eve.
And you'll
then
watch it.
I will go home and I will sit there and watch it. I will cry. And I will go to bed.
I cry so hard, and my family is concerned. And then I go to bed and I sleep
It's
super hard because
it's
I'm
like
like
that,
all emotioned out.
It's like the Family Guy meme. The babe. What's the baby's name?
Stewie?
Stewie.
Oh.
Where he just like rolls over and just.
Yeah.
It's like, just watch Wonderful Life. So good.
Oh.
It hurts so good.
Oh,
Okay.
that is one of the few movies though that is just elicits pure joy in its ending, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
I made a beat based on that movie.
Nice.
It's a good one, man. Sorry.
It's okay,
It's
Tyler.
a good one.
Okay, Luke, you said worst Christmas movies.
Oh gosh, I honestly don't. Oh, actually, I know the answer to this. This might be controversial. This is for me.
Okay.
White Christmas.
Oh.
I hate that movie. I hate it. I hate Bing Crosby, or what his name is. Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
More like Fart Crosby for all I care. I hate that movie. That's controversial in my own family. It's like, I think it's my sister-in-law's favorite.
Yeah.
But like, first of all, I had to sing the songs in choir every year for the Christmas choir concert, which just ruins it. But then also, family Christmas in Omaha, Nebraska. It snowed about 2 feet, and we were stuck inside. And we decided to watch White Christmas, and that's why I hate it now. I don't really like snow when it traps me inside of a house with 20 other people
Yeah.
and a dog.
Yeah. No, I think that the thing about, worst Christmas movie is there are dozens of movies that are probably worse than what any of us are going to say. But it's a personal thing,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Just-
this one is way more subjective, I think, than best Christmas movie ever. I'm going to go with Jack Frost.
I've never seen it.
That movie sucks.
Yeah.
I remember, do you remember when that movie was about to come out and the trailers came out, and I was like, oh man, this actually looks kind of interesting. And I remember watching it and being like, I hate this.
What is this?
Yeah, that movie's terrible.
Yeah. Not good. Creepy snowman.
What about underrated?
Ooh, underrated Christmas movies.
Oh, I guess you never answered though, for worst. Or is your answer?
I'll just agree.
Jack
Yeah, that movie's terrible.
I won't add it to my list then because I've never seen it.
Underrated. I don't even think this counts.
I need to look up the name of mine.
I don't think this counts, but no, it doesn't count. I was gonna say the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. 'Cause that's one that
It
I
was
watch.
super.
That's
think
one I
it's-
watch every
I
year.
think it's lost popularity. Like, I don't have any desire to rewatch that now.
Underrated.
But I remember it being awesome. Like, I remember liking it.
I watch that one every year.
Yeah.
This one is actually going to be the newest one that is in my rotation starting this year.
Oh.
The Holdovers.
Yes. Heck yeah.
Stamp it. I don't know if you can call that underrated, but that movie is incredible, and if you have not watched it, you should watch it.
It's underrated because it's underseen.
Yes.
People just
Yeah.
hadn't heard of it.
That movie is going in my rotation. I freaking
Maybe
love
that's the newest one. Then,
it. It will
not
be,
Klaus.
yeah. It will be.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
See,
like,
we all forgot about it.
Yep. No, underrated, The Holdovers. That's my answer.
I like it. Either of you guys watch Jingle All the Way? I feel like
Yes,
that one's
Turbo Man.
I feel like that one's underrated for me. It's not one I really hear about anymore, and it's kind of, what was that, 90s? Mid-90s? Like 90...
I feel like I hear about Turbo Man every year. But,
Okay.
But no, like, that doesn't mean it's not underrated. I see
Yeah.
memes
Sure,
this time of
sure,
year
sure.
all the time now.
It's like just one of Arnold's better performances. It's goofy, but it's kind of that fun 90s...
Yeah.
I don't know. It knows what it is, I think is what it is.
The best movies know what they are.
True.
I'll be curious if this one is even still good. But I'll Be Home for Christmas.
not
Jonathan
seen this.
Taylor Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
His dad is like, if you're home by Christmas, you'll get the Porsche.
Yeah.
And he goes on this crazy journey to get back home. I remember liking it. I'm curious if it's actually still good. And I won't find out because I probably won't watch it because I don't watch a whole lot of Christmas movies. I'll watch It's a Wonderful Life, I'll watch The Holdovers, and I'll probably watch Klaus.
In the
Christmas Vacation.
In the chat, Baroque says Santa's Sleigh, which is the only Christmas movie I watch every year. I had not heard of this, so I looked it up real quick here. It's a 2005 horror comedy, and it looks absolutely awful in a way that would be a lot of fun. So I can respect the decision to
Choose
watch
that
it
one.
again and again.
Dude, I watched Violent Night last year. Did that come out last year?
That's the David Harbour one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie was terrible. I'm against the grain on that one, I think.
Oh, another really bad Christmas movie, Bad Santa.
Oh yeah.
I've never
I kind of
seen
forgot
that.
about those.
I did forget about that.
Yeah,
Ugh.
those movies are not good.
No, they're not. No, they are not.
I haven't seen it yet, but I feel like I can confidently say that Red One is probably one of the worst Christmas movies ever made.
Yeah, what is happening behind them on the field? There are people in glow stick suits.
Oh,
Is
dear.
it the Jabberwockies?
I don't think so.
What was this? This a football game?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Any other fanbox questions you want to come
Christmas
up with here on the
movie
spot?
recommendations that we haven't mentioned yet.
Ooh.
I like to throw in just the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, they're absolutely
I think
Christmas
they're
movies.
great to watch this time of year.
Yep.
I'd also throw in Shazam 1.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam 1 is a Christmas movie.
Christmas Vacation, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a gimme.
One that I think Brett will disagree with, Die Hard.
We'll disagree with that. Fantastic movie, not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. They're at a Christmas party. He saves Christmas.
One we watch all the time, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The one where he killed
fir-
Santa.
The first one, yeah.
The first one.
Yeah, the first
To
one.
be clear, the first one.
Yeah. We watch that. Well, I say we. Dana watches that one every year. Another one, Polar Express.
Ugh.
You don't like the Polar
I
Express?
do not like that movie.
I like that movie.
Stephanie loves that movie, and I just have to remove myself from the room.
Oh, I like that movie.
I did the animation just.
It's creepy looking.
It's
for
creepy.
sure.
I can't get over it.
That dude went through just a weird phase of that animation because he did it. What was his name? Back to the Future guy.
Robert Zemeckis.
Zemeckis, yeah, because he did it with Scrooge too. Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
With Jim Carrey.
Yeah, with Jim Carrey. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Batman Returns.
I can explain
Christmas
why I
movie.
like Polar Express not on the podcast.
Why not do it here?
No, don't. Actually,
Yeah,
don't.
I won't do that.
I got a couple more recommendations here. First off, more of a short than a movie, but the OG Frosty the Snowman.
Oh yeah,
It's a great little
that and the little
animation.
claymation Rudolph movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Luke does.
I love those movies, though.
Luke hates those, but we love them.
I want to be a dentist. Shut up. Get out of here.
So there's
Well, they're
You're not a slave. Go do it.
They're not airing this year, so
Good. It's garbage.
in that case, I'm watching it twice this year.
there's one that we watched last year for the first time that we actually really enjoyed. I think it's more I won't give it.
Spirited.
No, A Boy Called Christmas. It's on Netflix.
I have not heard of this.
It's good. I think Tyler, you'd probably enjoy it.
Nice.
I don't know about Luke. I don't pretend to know what Luke enjoys. I just am happy when our
My taste is kind of random.
when our tastes align. I'm just like, oh yeah, all right.
Let's see. Are there any others I've watched?
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah,
Those are good.
I won't watch it, but
Yeah.
it's good. I'd say it's the best version of A Christmas Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Although I haven't seen Scrooged.
I'm really curious to how this year's the best Christmas pageant ever
I've
goes.
heard good things.
I like what I've been seeing in trailers.
I read the book when I was a kid.
Yeah.
One of the few I probably read. Maybe I was forced to read it though. I don't know. Books.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think if there's any non-Christmas. Oh, I just thought of one. It's not a Christmas movie, but I always watch it around Christmas because I originally watched it on
At
Christmas.
Oh.
Can you guess what it is?
Lord of the Rings.
Just think about me.
Oh.
Just me.
A Star Wars movie.
No.
No.
Not even close.
An anime.
I'll give you 5 seconds so we don't just have dead space.
Is it a Transformers movie?
The opposite.
Fast and Furious.
What is the opposite of Transformers?
Sing Street.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Literally my favorite movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It was on Netflix and it was like super late at night. And I was like, I don't want to go to bed. What's this? Discovered the best movie I'd ever seen. I always try and watch that around Christmas and New Year's.
I think we've given the people a healthy,
Not a Christmas
list
movie in the slightest.
of films to watch, whether or not it's a Christmas movie. Watch Sing Street. Okay, weekly updates. I guess I feel like I've talked the least this episode, so I'm gonna go first. I watched, and this was for context's sake. We were sitting down at my in-laws' house, waiting on food to like cook on Sunday mid-morning after we'd watched church, and we're like, the football games hadn't started yet, and we flipped over to the Hallmark channel and watched Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story.
Been a Chiefs fan all my life. You couldn't pay me money to watch that.
It is.
Oh, actually, you could. I would pay. I could take money.
How was Andy Reid's cameo?
Andy Reid's cameo was. He does better acting in his State Farm commercials.
Fumblerooski.
Fumblerooski is more entertaining than this.
Well, that's not saying a whole lot.
No, but it's not. It's not fun like Fumblerooski.
Yeah.
Like Fumblerooski's at least fun. Or
Does he just yell at Hallmark Travis to go back in the locker room or something?
No, Hallmark Travis isn't even a football player. He
Oh.
just works for the Chiefs. He's in their marketing department.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did he used to be a football player? Though?
No.
He got like injured his knee or
So
something.
what is this
No.
called again?
Holiday Touchdown. I don't know why it's called Holiday Touchdown. Just because it has a football team in it, I think. Because there's absolutely zero football played in this film.
Well, a touchdown is a score.
Somebody's scoring.
Look, it's about as Hallmark film as you can get with a Hallmark film. Just with Chiefs in, every scene. There's some sort of like the main character, the gal. I guess so. The main character is the guy who works for the Chiefs, and then the love interest, the girl, her family owns like a Chiefs fan memorabilia shop,
And it's,
right?
and it's,
so
it's struggling.
yeah,
How?
kind of not really. It's they get chosen as finalists for fan of the year, and so then there's this whole look. It's complicated. I'm not here to tell you all about this movie. You don't want to know all of the plot details.
You're right.
Just know that Santa is real. There are magic hats.
What?
Yeah. And I think most of the budget went towards
The logos?
the
The NFL was like, yeah,
The-
we'll
the-
take it.
the biggest cameo is the most present cameo because she's in it more often is Donna Kelsey. And she's kind of fun because she's not like an actress, and so it's like you kind of expect her to not be great, and is what she is.
Donna Kelsey, manager.
Yeah.
I'm on the IMDb.
Oh,
Hey,
gotcha.
Trent Green's in
What
it.
was-
What do you mean the biggest cameo? Trent Green's in the movie.
Oh yeah, no, there are some. You're right. That's because he's in a No, you're right. There are a few. There are a few other
Did they get-
cameos.
Don Terry Poe.
But Donna is a reoccurring cameo, I guess is more what I meant along the line. Because, like, Andy's also probably, like, the big cameo, too. But he's in 5, 6, 10 seconds of the thing, right? Whereas Donna has, like, lines and a character who, I don't know. Look, I enjoyed watching this movie because I'm like, this was made in zero amount of time with the smallest budget possible. And as a indie filmmaker, that always fascinates me. So it's like I'm looking at like the number of setups they do and how they cut between things, and like that's what was fun for me. Not that like the movie's bad. It's a I'm maybe not willing to give it a dumpster fire. If you like Hallmark movies, it's going to you're going to be happy with it. So like it's a straight to streaming. But like obviously it's a niche film. So you know what you're getting into.
Just say what you actually want to say, Brett. I loved it. I'm watching it again tonight.
I laughed so much. I laughed so much watching this. There's in the third act, like the climax is at the beginning of a Chiefs game, and so they shot some part of it actually, in the stadium during maybe a preseason game or something, because they're out at midfield, and like they're out at midfield and the stadium's full. It looks good. But then you cut to all of their close-ups, and it's so clearly green screen with, like, a still background. Like, no one in the background is moving. It's so funny. Oh, it's so bad, but I love it so much.
Why was this made?
Because the Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls.
Because they have a dedicated fan base that isn't football related.
That's also true.
That's a good point.
So... yeah.
Just
I
feels...
don't recommend this to most people, but it was I liked it. I had fun with it for whatever reason. I did not regret watching it.
Are you gonna watch the National Treasure one?
No, I will. I won't watch another Hallmark
the
movie for
trailer
like
for that one. There's like one that's like they're looking for Christmas treasure or something in Finland. And it's like it looks National Treasure-esque. And they're like,
I'd rather
they're
watch
like
that.
falling in love, dude.
hey, movie night,
I'd rather watch that one.
We're watching Rain of Fire.
Well, yeah.
double feature.
Ooh.
Double Rain of Fire twice?
I mean, sure.
Or
I'm
Velocipaster.
Oh yeah, we do need to watch Velocipaster.
I have watched Velocipaster.
I need to watch it.
We need to watch
Yeah,
it.
we need to watch
That's
it.
not one that I'm like dying to rewatch again.
But what if you watched it with us?
That's true.
That would be that might make it worth it.
Insert VFX here.
Oh. If let's see, Baroque in the chat says if Washington had a winning team, this film would be called Commanding Christmas or something.
So I was gonna say this when you were talking about it. I really, really want Washington to be as successful as the Chiefs. I want people to think that the refs are rigging the league for them.
Yeah.
I want all those things. I don't want a level of success or buzz around the team that has this happen.
That gets a Hallmark movie.
You know why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because then I would have to watch it.
Okay.
Why?
I also
Because
think,
it's Washington stuff. I eat that crap up, man.
so
It's frustrating.
I think the other thing you have to remember
It's like a drug.
is that like Hallmark's headquarters are in like the KC area
Good
as
for
well.
them.
So what I'm saying is I'm not saying this would happen. Like we didn't necessarily get this when Brady was.
That's what. Yeah,
No, they got a movie.
they did get
They got a
movies.
theatrical released movies.
80
Chasing Brady.
80s for Brady. Or whatever.
Oh, they did,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
All right,
They've,
you're right.
They've gotten
Okay.
several things.
Prove me wrong. You've proven me wrong.
Yeah, they've gotten several movies. They even got a really awful Aaron Hernandez TV show.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah.
Have you seen all the clips from that of like the guys playing football? It's so funny.
Dude, the LA Clippers got a freaking TV
Oh,
show.
dude,
Clipped.
the stuff that came from that is good too.
Lawrence Fishburne playing Doc Rivers. Listen, Lawrence Fishburne is great, but nobody can play Doc Rivers. It's impossible.
Also, why would he
How
take
would
that?
you do that voice? Be like, how are you training for this? I'm smoking and yelling all day.
Yeah, just absolutely obliterating my vocal cords.
The only person that can play Doc Rivers is
Doc
Dikembe
Rivers.
Mutombo or the Cookie Monster.
No. And Dikembe Mutombo passed away, so
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
yeah. So that's not an option.
Now I feel bad.
All right, that's all I did
Dang.
this week, and ate lots of food. So,
Yeah,
what else did you guys do?
I ate lots of food. As I mentioned, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. So I ate lots of food. I watched lots of football. It was great. It was also Black Friday over the break.
It was.
And I picked up a couple things. one of those being a game I've wanted to play for a while. It's one that it was on sale for like $20. I got Mortal Kombat 1.
Nice.
And this is where I was saying I played something Indiana Jones adjacent.
Oh, yeah.
So the game opens up on this, like, following the events of Mortal Kombat 11. You're kind of learning about, like, what's going on with Kung Lao, and Raiden is who you're with. And then you get caught up, like, you finish his chapter, Kung Lao's chapter, and then you go to Johnny Cage, who is an actor. And he's playing a character named Illinois Johnny. And he is raiding a temple to try to find this treasure. It's so ridiculous. He's dressed just like Indiana Jones. He even kind of looks like Harrison Ford. Like, it's super goofy.
Is Troy Baker the voice?
I actually don't know. I really need to look it up. I want to say it's Joel McHale, but I know he did the animated movie. But it is hilarious. The only other thing I did, I've been playing a ton of college football and Dragon Age. Guys, I gotta tell you, man, Dragon Age is a lot of fun. I really like it. Andrew Bowen.
I don't know who that is. I saw John Cena there, and I was like, what? It's Peacemaker.
Yeah. I want to buy that pack, but I also don't want to spend $15.
But you get all of them, don't you?
Yeah, you get Homelander, Peacemaker, a couple others.
So for Black Friday, Tyler found games. I went out over to our brand new. It's not small business. Don't hate me.
I hate you already.
Barnes and Noble, because Barnes and Noble partners with the Criterion Collection
Did you poop?
to put out. No, I know that is what most people do in Barnes and Nobles, but
I haven't pooped in that one yet.
not me.
I'll
And
go
picked up
christen it.
Somebody's got to.
three classics here. Two Terrence Malick's films, Tree of Life and Days of Heaven, and an Andrei Tarkovsky, Solaris. If you're ever wanting to find a physical copy of a...
Oh, I'm Brett. I like movies that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
We need to make like.
Of
I
an
scratch that. I like
of an
movies you've never heard of.
Of an obscure film.
We need to
check
make-
out the Criterion Collection.
We need to make like the Josh Allen meme that's going around right now. It's like, oh, I'm Josh Allen. I make awesome plays. I'm marrying Haley Steinfeld. I'm the king of my city.
Josh Allen.
We need to make one of those for Brett and his eclectic taste in film. Oh, I'm Brett. I'm an indie filmmaker, and I like these movies you've never heard of.
I own a studio.
I would love that. That would be the highest compliment you could pay me.
Oh, I'm Brett. I submitted a film to a festival and it got selected. Oh, you.
You helped on it.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't fit the meme.
Oh, my bad.
I held a pole. You said, Luke, stand there and hold it there, and I went, yes, sir.
That's awesome, though. Let me see Solaris. Is that how I say it?
Yeah.
I don't want to like ruin the case.
Oh, shut up.
Okay.
Is that the prequel to Sunshine?
But they're really nice because they're like collector edition, like just a Criterion
Oh,
Collection.
this is a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I thought they were
And they-
DVDs. I was like, I would never buy these.
They're Blu-rays, and they come with like nice little inserts with insights from the filmmaker and nice stills grabs from the.
What is this movie
film.
about?
Speaking of DVDs,
It was remade actually.
Did I talk about this last week? How I rewatched the first Gladiator on DVD.
No.
Dude, how visually awful was that?
It wasn't that bad.
The-
but-
your TV's doing a bunch of upscaling.
But
yeah.
I watched things with subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
They were huge.
Were they yellow?
No.
Remember how like old
But, like-
movies they were like
Yes.
yellow and they'd bounce around the screen? Oh, dude.
But like, the movie looks fine, and yeah, there's probably upscaling going on. But then it's just these giant block letters, all caps. I feel like I was like when you're reading a Word document and it's not Times New Roman 12.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was reading Arial 18. It's like, ugh. Like, I can't look away. Is this what other people feel like when they watch stuff with subtitles? They're talking about how they feel like they're just reading.
I bought Gladiator on Blu-ray a couple years ago.
I would upgrade, but it still looked good. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, no need.
Very nice.
Thankfully, it came out in 2002.
Yeah.
Because no need to really. So they give like a 4K upscale re-release or whatever. It's probably
Yeah.
not a reason to.
Have you watched any of those yet?
No.
Have you ever seen them?
Nope. I'm excited to.
So you just bought 3 movies on a whim. Love it.
No, not on a whim.
You were just like, oh, that one looks cool.
He sat there for an hour. I was just like,
What's the most obscure one here that I've actually heard the person's name?
oh,
That one. Huh?
oh, I thought we were talking about the most obscure one. I was gonna be like, me.
Have you guys? This one I'm not surprised you haven't heard of. You really haven't heard of Days of Heaven or Tree? Surely you've heard Tree of Life. This is like Brad Pitt.
The only Tree of Life movie I remember is the Darren Aronofsky one.
Yeah, pretty different.
I don't even think is that called Tree of Life?
It's called. What is that one called?
I hated that movie. I like legit that ended, and I was like, I wish I would have never have started this.
It's not. I don't think it's Tree of Life. Darren Aronofsky.
It did give us that Hugh Jackman looking up to the light meme, though. So
Yeah, that's true.
That part's worth it.
Filmography.
Is it just called like Life?
The Fountain.
The Fountain.
The Fountain.
Yeah, I hated that movie.
Have you've not seen this?
Mm-mm.
It sounds like a movie that would just make me sad.
I probably have heard of it, but I don't remember it, and it's funner to make
And then
fun
let me
of you.
see Days of Heaven. Yeah, it is a lot of fun to make fun of you.
Days of Thunder. Is it a prequel?
It's probably the sequel they're working on right now.
Ooh. So we got Days of Heaven, Days of Thunder. Number 3, Days of Hell.
But yeah, I'm all here for.
What the heck? This movie sounds ridiculous.
Well, when we have some.
It sounds like Secondhand Lions if it wasn't for kids.
When we have some
Ooh,
free
second
Monday
hand.
nights in
Good
2025,
movie.
we'll get together and watch some movies. How about
Let's
that?
do it.
We're watching Reign of Fire.
Not
Every-
every week.
No, every week.
Every day.
Look, as we get older, our testosterone will start to dip eventually. If we
That's-
watch Reign of Fire every
we
week,
need it to
we will
elevate
keep
it.
that elevated.
There's
Fair.
bound to something elevate in that from that movie. Dragon
Shirtless
Christian Bale.
McConaughey.
with a battle axe.
With a
bald
battle
with
axe.
a big old beard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it
True.
feels like a win, honestly.
A
No,
win is a
I'd be
win.
interested in watching some of those.
Yeah.
I think the order from bottom to top is the order in which I would probably watch
Watch
those. Yeah.
That's fair.
Days of Heaven just seems, I don't know. I feel like I've seen that movie
Based
before.
on what I know of these movies, I think you'd enjoy this one the most, this one the next, and this one third. But that's just because I think this one sounds more interesting to you than it will be. Because this is still a Russian filmmaker from the 80s.
It sounds like what the book of The Three Body Problem is, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Not the show.
Not the show. No.
The book.
Luke, did you do sorry, we kind of jumped off on the Criterion Collection here. What'd you do this week?
I saw Wicked again.
Nice.
I kind of talked about it earlier. I
Yeah.
love that movie. I went with my parents. It was a lot of fun.
Tis good. Tis
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Both my audiences were awesome too.
Did anybody sing? Nice.
Or I didn't hear them. Maybe I was singing. I just didn't realize. But,
Well, The Rock says you should if you pay your hard
Cynthia Erivo said you should. So
That's true.
she's
did.
spoken. Elphaba spoke. So I guess it's true. I would still prefer you don't, but I guess I can't be mad if you do.
I'm really hoping Cynthia Erivo doesn't become like The Rock.
I wouldn't bet on it.
And I'm a little concerned.
Actually, have you seen
based
these
on
shots from Wicked Part 2? Cynthia Erivo's wearing a muscle suit.
wearing the muscle suit?
Incredible.
Instead of getting jacked for continuing her role of Elphaba, she just wore a muscle. No.
Oh my goodness.
I hadn't seen in a long time, but I watched it on Thanksgiving. Since it's like the only Thanksgiving movie, but I watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh,
It's a great movie.
it's a great movie.
Spider-Man 2?
No, Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man 1.
Mm.
Yeah, it's technically a Thanksgiving movie, but I wasn't really in the mood for that.
I don't think it's aged as well as I would have liked it to, as well. Last time I watched it, I was like, oh, not as good as I remember. Spider-Man 2, though, awesome.
All-time classic.
All-time classic, for sure.
I should rewatch those just to hear Tobey Maguire scream. Maybe I could just find that on YouTube, though.
You definitely can.
Definitely. That
But then I
definitely
wouldn't-
exists.
Just slow motion. Just getting beat to a pulp.
Oh, my goodness.
Dude, that scene, the first time I saw it, though, when I was younger, I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna kill him.
Dude, I remember when I first saw Spider-Man 2 and there's the hospital massacre.
Dude.
That legit scared me.
Sam Raimi was like, I'm going to sneak a horror short into this film.
It worked. I was scared. I did not like that scene.
What is he making right now?
Sam Raimi?
I feel like he's making something
He is
important.
making something. Oh, shoot. What is it?
Doctor Strange 3.
He's producing the sequel to the alligator movie, Crawl.
Oh, yeah.
Crawl 2.
Heck yeah.
Back in the saddle.
Back in the habit. Gator goes none.
Because I'm breaking the habit. Oh, show me what he's working on next.
Is he going to direct
You cowards.
Doctor Strange 3? Whoa.
I think he said he would do it.
I'm good.
The second one made decent money overseas, right?
I don't know.
I think it did well internationally.
I didn't like that movie.
I don't think they'll get it. It'll get a third one, but
We gotta know what his third eye is doing.
Probably nothing. Sitting there looking terrible.
The VFX artists are probably like, how are we gonna do this for a whole film?
Yeah, just producer things right now on IMDb.
He's
Dark
keeping
Man.
his schedule open, baby.
Locked, Crawl 2, and Send Help are his.
Crawl 2. Hyped.
Day one.
What
Day
about,
one for that
what
one.
about director? Show me director. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay.
IMDb
Sorry
just
for-
sucks now.
Yeah, IMDb does suck. So Send Help, he's directing. World War III.
Excuse me, what?
He's gonna start World War III.
He's directing World War III. We thought the moon landing was big news when,
We're gonna fake World War 3.
this guy got World War III.
Dang,
Kubrick
man.
don't stand a chance.
Right.
And then the King Killer Chronicle.
Oh, that's what it is.
The King Killer Chronicle.
The Name of the Wind. Have you heard of this? It's a book. Patrick Rothfuss.
I'm more concerned about that third word there. It starts with a C, correct?
Chronicle?
Just making sure they didn't change the spelling.
No, yes, it starts with a C.
Okay.
Yes.
I was really concerned with
Yeah,
that.
this
movie
is
was.
a novel.
the KKK. Oh, no.
This is a.
Oh, no.
It's a fantasy novel by Patrick Rothfuss. He's put out the first two and a short novella.
Ooh,
And
Nevada.
the third one is 6 years late to the publisher, and he's not provided any updates on the book. So the story is incomplete.
You just described George R. R. Martin.
Kind of, yeah, but this guy's way younger, so he can do it for the rest of his life and piss off even more people.
Dude, I want to do that.
But apparently the books are incredible.
Is it, what type of book?
It's a fantasy novel.
Fantasy?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I've wanted to read them, but I don't want to read them because the story's not done. And like, I'm okay with reading a story that's not complete if they have like, somewhat of a release cadence.
Yeah.
This one has not released a book since the second one in like 2012 or something like that. It's crazy. The dude just gave up. He's like, I don't know what to do anymore, so I'm just not gonna write anything.
Just not
else.
going to do it.
Which I feel like as an author is probably the worst place to be. Is like you.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to write this book. I wrote this book. It came out. It was a massive success, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to write another one." It's like,
Can they just...
I didn't plan to
Brandon
do that.
Sanderson?
Honestly, it would not surprise me if that happens.
he can just give it to his son, like Frank Herbert.
Because those went so well.
Dude, people still buy them and
They
read
do.
Two movies and a spin-off show.
Financially, they've done well. That's true. That's a good point.
Heretics of Dune.
Okay.
Dune, two
any
worms
last
at the same
comments before we
time.
wrap up this week?
I'm excited to watch Creature Commandos this weekend.
Me
Yeah.
too. Very excited.
Yeah.
That's what the box office.
What
is
a
really
throw.
scared of. They're like, nobody's gonna go see our movies on this weekend. James Gunn is dropping some weird animated show
I love it.
with a murderous weasel.
Oh, I gotta catch up on a number of shows this
First
week.
2 episodes are out this week,
So.
right?
Yeah, first 2. And I've also got to watch Dune Prophecy.
Yeah, I've still only watched the first episode.
And
I need to catch up on
is
that.
the franchise over? Was
I-
episode 8 the last one? Because they didn't drop a new episode on Sunday.
I don't know. I'm behind. Like 2 weeks behind.
Okay. Man.
Maybe.
For whatever reason, I thought there were 10, and that episode didn't feel like a season finale to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, let's look at, the fancy schmancy
Hey, how dare you go to the internet for answers?
Don't do it.
Al Gore's internet.
Al Gore doesn't get enough credit for the internet. We should give him more.
Yeah, it says 8 episodes.
That's enough.
It says 8 episodes.
Okay, so I guess franchise season 1's done. I guess I could review it. I'm not going to right now.
Yeah, we can do that next week.
We'll do it next week. We'll talk about it next week. So, all right. Well, until then, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you then.
Bye.